welcome back to our Genshin Impact. We're back with another story quest. For you guys that know, this is 3.6 Phase 2, aka we got Baizhu and also Baizhu story quest. It took me 1 week plus in order for me to do Baiju's quest. Anyway, let's just unlock this Lagenaria Chapter Act 1. We're going to see what we're going to learn. Probably we're going to learn a lot. For you guys that didn't watch, Baizhu is teaser. Baizhu is what is it called? It's not demo. Teaser and animated character trailer, stuff like that. He look amazing. He look awesome. He is so nice as a doctor. Yeah, watch it so you will understand. It's on Genshin's YouTube official one. Anyway, with that being said, someone seems to be asking for help outside the Bubu Pharmacy, so let's check that out. Okay, let's visit the Bubu Pharmacy then. Behind me.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Oh, I thought you were asking Chi-Chi.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Okay, get this straight. Is your name here or are you? Chichen just asked, are you lost? No, no, no. My name is not lost. My name is Ayu.
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gui. What's going on?
We are doing something to this little kid.
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, I actually missed Chichi on the side quest. It's been a while. This feels so nice. It's like a reunion.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Huh? Wait, what? Okay, first of all, yes, he have been saying he's not lost. Can you guys stop calling him lost?
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
That's also my question. Like, what's going on?
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
Okay, I can relate with that, but I'm a little bit worried now. I am forgetful. Will I also... Yeah, will it get serious and somehow I'm going to, lose as well?
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse.
What is going on? What happened?
I remembered that the owner of Bubu Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Rite, so I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
The owner of Bubu Pharmacy. Oh, he must mean Baizhu.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone.
Are you sure that is not your imagination? Are you sure your dad not sleeping? Anyway.
I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
Oh, I see.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Yep, and I'm also pro at hiding myself in the plain sight. Anyway, it'll be a piece of cake for us. Well, Paimon didn't do the thing. It's more me than we, but yeah.
Changshen can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
But she is a snack. Wait, what? That's nice.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
And no one is talking behind your back because we are in front of you.
Chengsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset.
How many people have screamed as soon as Baizhu appeared?
Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Bubu Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Uncle!
Uncle Baizhu.
I'm trying my best not to laugh. Okay, Changshan just make me laugh.
Chengsheng, now's not the time.
In my defense, it's funny and also, yeah, maybe your dad is buying a milk. Have you think about your dad buying a meal?
My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition, as much as you can recall?
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
Anyway, okay, so that's the
I
situation.
see. And your family lives near Chingsa village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Okay, I wonder why. There's more than meets the eyes, it seems like.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Oh?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
Alrighty, you can count on us. But I forgot they didn't know. I'm going to just put this out before we continue. Baizhu does look like a person that will fool you. Does look like, only look like, will fool you or sneaky or something like that. But Baizhu is actually a good person. Baizhu will never do that type of stuff. That's what I think anyway. And also based off the teaser character trailer as well. He is such an awesome character. So that's why I'm so excited to see what we're going to learn on his story quest.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Yes.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the pharmacy. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
I mean, also, if your dad is forgetful, why don't just use Chi-Chi's specialty? Notebook. The Heart of Healing. I don't know how to read that. Lagenaria Act 1? Something like that. You see nothing. Anyway.
His family. We have to find them.
Now that this happened, I wonder who is Chi-Chi's family. Yeah, I know it got deep.
Can you believe that little boy brought his father all this way to see the doctor? Oh, what a remarkable child. I didn't even know how to buy medicine by myself when I was his age.
I don't think he know how to buy. I don't think he bring money in the first place. I'm pretty sure he come here because he know about doctor, which is maybe you just need some help. I don't know. Otherwise, it seems like we become detective again. We're searching for a lost father. Well, we didn't consider her father going to buy a milk. We just think that his father got missing, and that's about it. Also, something interesting about all the acquaintance apparently. That boy's mother don't like to go with the festival. Yeah, the Lantern Rite Festival. Baizhu never saw their family. But luckily Baizhu know their family. So there's something here.
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Question, when the kid come here, did they see the dad? I'm guessing not. Yeah, I don't think so.
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
What if, like what I said, the kid is just imagining things because of trauma stuff? Maybe. No, that's actually less likely to happen.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
Okay, we'll take that area then.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, by the way, my character is a girl, so it's girl power, not man power.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
It's alright, you got a lot of things to do anyway.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Thank you for trying. I know that sounds like something I don't know.
I'm afraid we have to stay at our posts, so we won't be able to join you in the search.
Yes, I know.
We'll update our superiors on the situation and see if they can assign anyone else to help.
Alright. I'm guessing it's Ganyu or maybe Kaching. Either way, let's see Luhua Pool. Is that area actually hard to navigate? Oh my god, I found your dad. Your dad is having a tea. Anyway, okay, let's see.
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
I actually thought Yao Yao screamed when it timed perfectly with me using my glider. I thought Yao Yao screamed that. I was like,
There's somebody over there!
where? Oh, Dad.
Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Watch where you're going!
Hu Tao! I was wondering who is that. Hey!
Oh, dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you all right?
Okay, Hu Tao. Hu Tao just... Anyway. Is this person okay?
Huh?
Dad!
Hu Tao! I actually didn't expect to meet Hu Tao.
Hey, Hu Tao!
I probably should have because Peachy, Hu Tao type of scenario.
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and, my worst nightmare.
Oh, I see. Right. One is funeral and one is, get rid of the funeral stuff. Ah, I see. I was like, what do you mean by your worst nightmare? Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving this man.
Yeah, I mean, Baizhu save people. You just save people as well. Shake hand, friend.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
Ah, you. I see. What? Okay, I'm so sorry for joking about name.
Are you? Who am I?
You are, me. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Your name is Xiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
No, only joke my humor.
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait, why do I need to see the doctor?
To meet Jesus. I don't know. Okay. He got serious problem.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Bubu Pharmacy right away!
Alright, we're boarding one coffin right away.
Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Also, again, thank you for helping us. We are so slow. Luckily, she is dead. It's so interesting to see. She didn't watch people go, but she helped people. Because again, her job is Wangchuan Funeral Parlor, and it didn't went well right now. But yeah, but it doesn't mean she'd love to see people just, do the scooter ankle, do the domino. So yeah, he needs some milk. Anyway.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Bubu Pharmacy in this state, are you?
I mean, where should we take him then? Don't you dare answer Wang Shen funeral parlor.
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Wait, what happened?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
Wait, what?
Oh, yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry, what?
What now? Wait, what? Explain?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay.
I remember there's one person that got possessed with... Who is he again? The big frog dragon under the rock. But I'm pretty sure it's not this person.
It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Okay, both of you stop fighting. I actually don't like the... Yeah, it's so tense right now.
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Oh, wait, it's Hu Tao's great uncle. Baizhu's master is Hu Tao's great uncle. So that's why Hu Tao is here.
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Bubu Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
I actually don't mind.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Bubu Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Persona non grata. What is that supposed to mean? Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody type in the comment section down below? Don't forget that we're here too. Yeah. We won't let things get out of hand. Yeah, we are also up here too. What is persona non grata mean? What is that?
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
Oh, you hear it first. She liked me.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Bubu Pharmacy at once.
There's definitely something about Hu Tao and Baizhu. It's not something good. That's what I can see.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system, reduced blood flow and energy circulation.
The music is different. This is new music. Yeah, I don't think I've heard this anywhere before.
I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
I want you to say the word. The answer is now going to be no.
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
I see. So Baizhu is trying to see when did the god of power, the god is power possess this man, or not possess, between absorbed by this man or again possess, or gone worse or outburst, something like that.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Is it a grim prognosis? What is that? How is my traveler know this word but not me?
No, I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight.
Tonight? Start what again? Wait, what? Tonight? What, huh?
Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
I see, Lucid.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
And for Pu Tao's sake, I'm going to stay with Hu Tao.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient. Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Alright, Changsheng is correct.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
Alright, we'll be heading out now too. Okay, there's definitely something that we didn't know about. I'm guessing from here on out, Hu Tao is going to explain. Cause seems like Hu Tao just don't like Baizhu. It seems like Baizhu accidentally do something in the past that make Hu Tao act like this. It's whether Baizhu accidentally do stuff in the past or do it on purpose and already regret about it and, you know, no longer do those stuff. Who knows? We'll see.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Changcheng.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Used to it. I'm guessing, yeah, a lot of what now? Wait, used to what now? Wait, now that I think about it, what are you used to? Being seen like that by Hu Tao, maybe?
All's well that ends well, huh?
Okay, usually I stay silent because I feel like there's a cutscene on those loading screen. Alright, so Hu Tao this time did join us, or maybe already inside, who knows?
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
You mean Baiju's master or Ayu's mother? Master, because I'm more curious about that.
Yeah, you must be curious too, right?
Yes, I just say it.
Let's go see what we can find out while Baiju's busy treating Ayu's dad.
Can I knock on the door? I can. Should I? Probably not. Baizhu and Changsha are treating the patient right now. I should come back tomorrow. Yeah, right. Instant note. I'm guessing Hu Tao is somewhere as well we can find. But not right now. Oh, Ayu is here.
Mr. Quay, I want to go to the Adventurers Guild and get them to help look for my mom.
Where's Chi-Chi?
Should I take anything with me?
Well, you need enough cash to pay their fees, and there'll be some paperwork to fill out. I can come with you if you like.
Wow, these two are hard at work. We probably shouldn't disturb them.
I mean, Paimon, you are literally speaking right now. Okay, question, where is Chi-Chi? Is there Chi-Chi anywhere? Maybe if I found Chi-Chi, actually wait. Oh, Hu Tao is there. Okay, I thought we have to TP far away, so I'm opening the map. But never mind. Yeah, we're going to definitely hear something about Hu Tao's master. Or why Hu Tao act like that against, or not against, when she met Baizhu.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery.
The what now? Huh?
Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So, throughout my journey, for some reason, Wangshou Funeral Parlor always on my head. Don't question why and how.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Yes, people may call it, what is it again? Wait, I actually forgot name. Something about showing my true feeling against the other gender.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baiju's master. What was he like?
And also, yeah, we kinda always got questions in hand.
Oh, and also, How come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had God remains in his system?
Oh yeah, that one as well. Since we're a traveler, I thought we were supposed to be the one that noticed it first. But apparently it's not us.
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Oh, that vaguely ring a bell. But the details are hazy. So how?
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up. So our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Got it, so it's like secret stuff then. I mean, again, you guys know it. We can see it. Probably the symptom.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Cause Master Paimon?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead.
Wait. Oh, I'm guessing the. Got it. It's the pharmacist is the one that we know. Baizhu.
My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay.
I see.
So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
I'm not gonna lie, funeral director to a doctor. Well, it's two different jobs. It's literally the other way of the other. Does that make sense? I don't know.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days.
So, he's not normal?
But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him.
Ooh.
And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
Oh, no.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything.
Oh, wait. Does that mean your uncle and Baizhu travel together and meet this pharmacist? Or is it the other way around?
But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide.
Okay, Baizhu does look like that type of person, but I don't think he hides. Well, he hides something that we don't need to know. Or we don't ask. But I don't think he only look like that. Let's just put it like that.
One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Immortality. Also, another thing is, again, I know I keep mentioning about the character teaser trailer. It does show something about this, and when on the trailer, the enemy talk about immortality or not immortality, like taking Baiju's life. Yeah, that make Baizhu mad. That literally make Baizhu so mad. So we need to be careful about this word.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers.
Yeah, a lot more.
Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
I hope he'll answer actually. I hope he is actually not hiding anything.
Oh, while you're here, have either of you seen Chi-Chi around?
Wait, does that mean Chi-Chi have been hiding?
It's not every day I get to infiltrate Baiju's lair, but alas, I didn't catch a single glimpse of her anywhere.
Don't touch my Chi-Chi.
Aha! What if Baizhu knew I'd be on the lookout for her and hid her away in advance?
Can we say anything about, yes, like, why are you searching for Chi-Chi? So where's Chi-Chi? Now that I heard that, I feel like Chi-Chi is hiding. Okay, I accidentally found Chi-Chi. I'm about to climb. I just changed my party and about to climb. And then I saw Chi-Chi. Question, why are you here?
Zhongli? Master? Dr. Baizhu has never mentioned them before. But more importantly, is you know who gone yet?
You know who? I don't know who.
I need to find a better hiding place.
I still want to know what happened in the past between both of them. I know a lot of people make meme about, you know, Watch Your Funeral Parlor and Chi-Chi being a dead zombie. And also Barry. But what is the real story? Is that actually the real story? Maybe. I mean, we're probably going to hear it if I choose something like here.
Have you seen Chi-Chi? Tell me where she is quickly. I need to go seal her away.
Is it that one? I don't know. There's something about them.
Warm, fake smile, death. I despise Hu Tao.
Wait. Wait, have I never heard this voice in my life? Ooh, that is, I never heard Chi-Chi talk like that. That sounds rough. That voice from Chi-Chi there a moment ago, that is a pure hatred. That's literal pure hate. My god.
It's a new day! Let's go back to Bubu Pharmacy and check out how Jia Liang is doing.
I wonder where is Chi-Chi actually.
Dad!
Is he okay?
Oh, are you?
Okay, he does seems more sane now. Or not that lost anymore.
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
The one that's sick is you, but yeah.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
What happened if the god power outburst actually happened to her mom as well?
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
Oh, also maybe the pharmacist that we heard about from Huto's story have something to do in this story?
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
Oh, that doesn't sound okay.
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Bubu Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
But I'm pretty sure Hu Tao will say something different about that.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
Never mind, Baizhu still think about it. I'm pretty sure Baiju's a good person. Just feel bad that, Hu Tao also not in the wrong.
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
It's a secret. Baizhu definitely, all night woke up, but it's a secret.
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Bubu Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Baizhu look little worse for wear. Wait, from the looks of it, I have a feeling like it's whether Baizhu used his power and it caused him energy, or he didn't rest because he worked all night, or he absorbed the power from the man. We are not going to talk about how and why and when. Something's definitely wrong.
Yeah, I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
And Chang Sheng is making a reason to help Baizhu. Oh, that is nice.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Chiang Shang and myself for a moment.
That's interesting.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
And there you are, Chang Sheng. You're the person that he trusts. But yeah, again, another stuff from the character trailer animated stuff. So yeah, Baizhu did always work all the time. Like Ganyu, like a Qing, never rest. Baizhu also one that works so hard all night to help his patient. It's whether his patient is whether sick so badly or something like that, or couldn't purchase medicine because don't have that much money. He will try to find a way to help them. Well, by creating other type of medicine that costs cheaper or something like that. But at the same time, it caused him to work harder and he stay up all night.
Who's there?
Not me. Is it me? I think it's me. It's me. I just say that. It's me. I am new.
Why did you follow us here?
I thought you look a little unwell. We were worried.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
That cough doesn't sound like you need air.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
Wait, is your power to take their illness? No.
Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Wait, what? So my first guess was right? He's using his power. Life force? What? How? What? Huh?
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients.
Which is shorten your life?
I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
How long is that?
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's strange choice of a necklace.
Okay, I kinda agree with that, but I'm pretty sure she's going to scream now.
Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin.
Whoa, don't say that.
I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Yeah, right, calm down.
Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Because snake skin always peel off, so you know.
Please, that's enough.
Okay, you're looking even worse now than before. Are you sure you're okay? The answer is no.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Paimon, is that actually a question?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Oh, luckily Changsheng is here then. So that's a good reason for Changsheng. Other than just being a medium, Changsheng also helped with balancing.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
Crazy. Go on, Baizhu. Let us help you, please. I would love to help you.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
Yep, we are learning more about you. Also, another thing is, what's up with the entire life? Why did he say that? Also, what are the next steps?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
I'm guessing his wife? Yeah, I'm guessing his wife is the one that do it. Do it? No, do it. Do you know where his house is?
Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village.
Oh, I have to find that. I hope there's navigation.
Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jia Liang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple Jiang Li.
Wait, one is Jiao Yang, and the other one is Jiao. Are you sure they are not brother and sister? Okay, I'm so sorry for being weird.
She's finally gone. She's gone for good now, right? Right?
That sounds so harsh. Chi-Chi! I know you don't like her, but don't say that. That sounds so harsh. She is gone for good. What? Sorry, Chi-Chi. You can always cover... Go to my sanity pot when you feel in trouble. Just like that, I guess. She is gone for... Jeez! Wait, can I actually enter the back room now? Wait, can you always do this? Or is it only on 3.6? This is interesting. Oh, I thought we were going to get a radiant crystal for the music as well, because it's entirely different. Oh. Yeah, this place is interesting. Maybe you can actually already enter here a long time ago, who knows as well. I mean, I just found it out now, and I've been playing since launch. I don't know. Either way, let's meet Gui. Oh, everything about Chi-Chi and Hu Tao is just something.
Are you heading out now, Dr. Baizhu?
Oh, they do talk.
Yes. While I'm gone, I leave Bubu Pharmacy in your and Chi-Chi's capable hands.
Rest assured, the moment anything comes up that you should know about, I'll inform you immediately.
You say that, but how do we know you will do that? So where's Hu Tao? It's maybe Hu Tao is actually searching for the thing already.
She's finally gone.
I like the last part. It sounds cute but scary at the same time. Like, she is gone for good now, right? Like, what do you mean by for the good? She is in better place. She is working. Also, oh, that's the place. Again, I'm about to climb to the roof and I found...
Fancy running into you guys at a place like this. What are the chances?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. I was just battling against some writer's block, so I took a stroll to see if I could get my muse back. Yep, it's working. Stealthy as a snake. She can hear them coming, plants a little bait, and they all come running.
Won't your continued absence affect Wanshin Furniture Parlor's business?
It's fine. I have someone taking care of the books while I'm gone. Well, hold up. Now that you mention it, I probably shouldn't stick around here too long.
Yeah, can you go? My Chi-Chi is worried sick about you being here.
Fancy, nothing.
Okay.
I
Still
was
worried
just
about what
battling
Baizhu's
against
up
some
to.
writer's blocks. You'd better not snitch on me, okay?
So you are. So got it. So when we're doing this, we're going to keep seeing Hu Tao somewhere. Why do I found a character when I want to, start climbing the roof?
She's finally gone.
Right? No, she's not gone. Alright, that's my third time talking to you. Let's go to the house. Hey, we're here. I know it's below. I think I've never come here before. This house have existed? Wait, have I actually never come here before? Or this house is new?
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Yeah, same. I'm pretty sure I've come here before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
AKA, she might be up to something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
Okay, that is out of my brain. Wait, she's a fellow disciple?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
Oh.
The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
and your master never tell you about some or anything about this. The quarrel probably because of whatever uh healing medicinal stuff that Jolly tried to do.
Quarrel? What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, yes, definitely Jolly definitely found something about healing and it's dangerous one. Then that's what triggered the quarrel. I see. Because again, help with everything.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
That one I know. That's why I didn't say what Paimon just said.
Paimon
But Chang Chang had enough of that.
never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure all of us does look Baiju like that. I try to get rid of that thinking, but again, because of Baiju's eyes and how Baiju talk, it does make him look like sneaky, scheming person. But he is actually not, and I mentioned that a lot.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Guessing Baiju is tough. Yeah, Baiju is talking about whether it's Baiju his experience or Baiju is actually hiding something and trying to, tell us.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
And also, I agree with Paimon.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Gotcha. I'm guessing we're going to found. Yeah, I knew it. We're going to found something on the whatchamacall daddies. Okay.
How time flies. Zhongli's had a son, and he's all grown up.
Yes.
I wonder if Jiangli's changed at all after all these years.
Yeah, I wonder how she look like or how he sounds like. I mean, so far it doesn't seem like they're, an enemy. Let's see, what is this? Several faint marks can be seen on the pillar. Maybe it was used to record Ayu's height as he grew up. Oh, okay. There's some faded writing near the bottom mark. The more quickly Ayu grows up, the sooner can leave. Wait. His mother is waiting for him to grow up? Judging by the number of the mark on the pillar, the family has led a secluded existence here for many, many years. How old is Ayu actually? The firewood is neatly stacked, and the logs were cut with great power and precision. Whoever chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Definitely not father. So it's the mother? Some logs at the bottom of the pile has begun to rot. Must have been a while since the new wood was added to the pile. Has I never seen a chopped wood? I have no idea how the rotten one looked like. Last one. Diary with childish handwriting. Some roof tile broke. Mom and I tried to get up and take a look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. The dinner table was a bit wobbly today. When we sat down to eat, Dad tried to fix it but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Whoa, what happened to you guys' foot then? As for getting things again, I'll have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better. I see. Ayu is not childish, Ayu is diary.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Okay, slow down. That actually scared me.
What is this?
I knew it. I knew we were going to find something like this. I just knew it.
Chung Sheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains?
Huh. You sense it too?
It's purple.
You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains. Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, we are not.
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Wait. Alive? What?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances.
What? I mean, if you use microscope, you are going to see those little fella running around left and right, protecting you know those type of stuff. Is it that type of stuff?
If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
So we have to find the main body. Which I have a feeling the mother is the one that got the main body.
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
Why will they? Why?
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jia Liang ran off,
Yeah.
maybe that explains where he was heading.
Yeah, except what he traversed through. He was going back towards Qingsa village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
Wait, no, Charlotte's not the boss, right?
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jia Liang?
What is the reason? That's more the thing. What is the reason? Only one person.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
We found this in his house. There's no way it's the son. The one that drink it is the father. So the only answer is...
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
At this point, I don't need to say anything. Changsheng pretty much repeat what I just said.
You mean Jia Liang? Why would he poison himself?
Paimon, you are so smart. I cannot believe you just, you know.
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
I love how he just stared at Paimon's like, really, Paimon? That's your answer? Really?
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li?
Man, you might as well drink that thing there.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
That's what we are trying to find out now.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
That explains the quarrel with the master as well.
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Yes, I actually, yeah, why didn't I think about that? It's too fast to jump to a conclusion. That's all is right. You know the method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother lode is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, The poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Nothing concrete, only the rumor.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Will you explain it to us, or do we have to ask to the old fogey?
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
Hey, that part explains a lot why Changsheng signed a contract. The reason is for the life.
Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me.
We don't know how strong it is, so you know.
With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
The part with being stronger and healthier. Oh, and also the character... Again, trailer, I know I talk about that a lot. Ooh. The cutscene is definitely going to be, again, every single story quest got cutscene. I'm guessing the cutscene is going to talk about Baiju's past then. Like, what happened to him? Why did they sign a contract?
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing!
Please don't give that to Paimon.
Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
For a few days. Wow, no, please.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Hey, you found out at least. Strange, Baizhu has a weak constitution. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
that kind of suits. Okay, the pain in the neck is something. The mannequin man is just pretty much what Changsheng said about Baizhu.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
Oh, Changsheng needs someone to understand her. I see.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have someone that I can call. If you mean the Adepti, Claritainer is the best one.
What?
Yes. Oh, Xiao!
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Yeah, when we talk about evil spirit, God remain, and also, just call my name. Right, I forgot about the part where just call my name.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Yeah, because last time, I don't know if it's an Archon quest or a story quest, but last time Paimon tried, he didn't answer. Anyway, Xiao, are you there? You called?
You called?
It is not first time. I literally quote him. There you are.
Gets Paimon every time. Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Am I amazing?
Huh? It's you.
Wait, what happened?
Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before.
What pleasure?
The lantern rite when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Ooh, wait. Is it the first one or second one? Maybe second one. I don't quite remember. I need to rewatch those.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Or maybe they actually did show.
Our paths have crossed once before.
Okay, yes, stop scaring me. And also, yeah, she already know this death, so we don't need to explain.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Yes, let me explain. Actually, I want to ask you about dead gods. So everything that has happened.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable.
I'm so sorry. A lot of people meme around about you being lament. Or not being lament, you know, you're all screaming lament.
I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Qingce village. A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Qingce village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Che is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Chasm? Not again.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary.
And this is necessary.
But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
I will. Thank you, Xiao. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm guessing Xiao know about Changxing's condition. Or maybe they're a friend, I don't know.
I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
Xiao know about Changxing.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master, there's a problem.
Okay, that's fast. Okay, when you say you're going to come to us fast, I didn't know that fast.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Bubu Pharmacy?
I don't think there's a bicycle, motorcycle, or even a car, so yeah.
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
Okay, so the life force is for 3 days.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Bubu Pharmacy now.
Okay, that will be explained later then. Yeah, it seems like Xiao know about Changxing's existence for mortality or immortality. That's why Xiao just said that.
Okay, faster.
I mean, does make sense. Adapters live so long, know about Changsheng, have met Changsheng before, but again, Changsheng memory lost because of the stuff. Does explain a lot. But you know, who knows? Who knows what happened in the past? I mean, it's in the past, and memory loss doesn't help at all with any of those. So yeah. Also, something that Baiju's scared of. I wonder what it meant.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Newborn! Oh no, fast, Baizhu, we need your help. The newborn is cut. Wait, what?
How is he doing?
Well, not well.
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood.
Oh god.
Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jia Liang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baiju's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jia Liang?
I have a feeling Chi-Chi is going to try to comfort Ayu.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
As long as there is a hope, there is always a way. So have a hope.
But...
I will be your last hope, if anything. Don't worry. How about Hu Tao? Will Hu Tao say the same stuff?
Fancy running into you guys at a place like this. What are the chances?
Okay, it's the same. So we're just going to cut to the time. Time set, 2 seconds.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Wait, what happened to Baizhu? Again, Baizhu cost another life because Baizhu haven't found a cure. Oh no. Also, I forgot to visit Baizhu before this. I mean, either way, our character will tell us not to enter. But just in case we can hear something. Oh, man.
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual.
Wait, does that mean Baizhu use more life force this time?
Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
Usually when a girl disappears, she will almost never message you back, so who knows?
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Bubu Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jia Liang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up. Let's go check up on him. I'm pretty sure something's up. I'm guessing using more this time.
Hey, wait up!
I do worried like Traveler right now. Because from what we just heard, he feel much more better. That means Baizhu don't.
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something.
Wait, does that mean you obtain memory?
Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
The catch is the god.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Well, the catch is kind of obvious because of the quarrel between the master and Jiang Li. So yeah.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
The door is here, we are talking here, and that's how you know how loud is Paimon. And also, can you make a anti-voice room? What is it called again? Something like that room. Yeah, so you cannot hear people from outside. Cause you're a doctor, you have to focus on our patient.
Who's talking behind our backs again?
I got it. Changsha always pretend that she don't know.
Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
It's Paimon, I swear it's not me. And also, are you both okay? Well, Changsha is definitely fine. Is Baizhu okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned.
You sounds like...
I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Well, you doesn't sound like that.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
Yeah, you definitely doesn't sound so right.
And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
See, I thought it's because Baiju's life force getting weaker. That is worse.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Jiang Li did it. That's why Jiang Li used the blood.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition.
I don't think anything comes with poison always end up good.
Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
And never come back because the herb that's the mother tried to grab is not a plant, but a liquid.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them.
Pretty sure a lot.
I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
She might be. She probably passed out somewhere. We have to find her fast then.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate.
For the one that we love.
To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Wait.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingce village and find out where Jiang Li is.
Okay, Baizhu sounds recovered a little.
Her regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who is that? Well, that sucks.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Deja vu? Yeah, I just kind of feel familiar.
Ah! It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake.
Okay, you only heard about the Jiang Li part. You didn't heard about the life force part?
After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
You are still recovering. Stop pushing yourself.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
Yeah, like the first one, the God remain, control the body because it's leaving. I have a feeling that something will happen to him.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it?
Oh, he knows.
There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Okay, why people one by one eavesdropping? I know we are the first one, but still, why is it one by one? What is going on here? Well, that's the case now.
Very well. Then follow me.
Saying hello?
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Also, wait, don't you at least think about your son? How about Ayu? What will happen to him if you don't come back?
Yes, this could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Also, cabinet is literally outside as well. That is interesting. I mean, if it's RL, that is pretty much... It will become empty. You feel it today, and next hour is going to be empty. Why? Because people RL is kind of, just yoinking.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
What do you mean again? Wait, what? Huh? Wait.
Okay.
Huh? Again? Hey? What do you mean again? Chi-Chi?
Everyone, please be careful.
No, you be careful. Okay, I'm worried more towards Chi-Chi now than before. Not you, I'm not supposed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to Gui. You also say nothing. So I'm not going to buy anything from you. You guys don't need the money. You guys need the herbal. Alright, I'm guessing Hutao is no longer here. Also, judging by what is going on, Chichi already prepared the herbs and we already get going. Okay, Hutao is not going to be here, but yeah, the other place. With the others. That's my guess. We haven't met Hutao here, so I'm guessing this is where we met Hutao now. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. The music sounds nice. I don't know whether it's nostalgia feeling or sounds pretty nice.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Where is Hutao?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
I'm guessing we're going to meet Hutao when we're there. Oh. I hope we didn't found... Yeah, I hope we didn't found your wife.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Alright, keep going. You can do it. Your run is kind of, wobbly, but
this place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
oh, I see. It's to go to inside the domain. I'm about to say, it's like, what do you mean familiar? Isn't this how you get to your house?
I think I remember this place.
But what Jialiang mean is inside.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
So I love how I just pay attention to their name. I know I mentioned it before, but Jialiang. And then the NG from the back move forward. Jiangli. Okay, that's creative. In some ways, I guess. But who knows? Hey, I'm not going to put every single healer that I got on my party right now. Let's go with this party. Maybe I should put mobility party just in case I need to climb. But yeah, let's find every single chest inside the domain as well. Pretty sure not that much.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
A ghost.
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave.
Oh, that is where it started. And also, there are a lot of tools. Yeah. That means the people that is inside never come out.
But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Have you ever heard of a doctor a day? An apple a day, keep the doctor away. Oh, also trial, right? I forgot there's character trial as well. Also at this point, do not eat apple. We don't want Baizhu to go away. Oh, okay, so full on support, as you can see over here. Alright,
The doctor will see you now.
Changsheng speak. Oh, I cannot fight this. I have to lower the volume first. There you go. Okay, also I don't need Hydra character. Yeah, all I need is... What's it called? All I need
Mind the side
is...
effects.
Well, I don't need to bring Geo as well. Wait, I should have bring that.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor's surface. AKA this is still new. Somebody have used it. The burn marks on the inside are still fresh. So this just have been used a moment ago. Also another thing is, again, I don't think I need to bring Geo. No, just in case I need. I'm pretty sure we can get out if we need to. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarder. Doesn't seem that old.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster repelling incense.
Oh. Now that's gone. That explains why the monster is here.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave.
Oh, that explains a lot. I see. Yeah, it's always the god power, something evil that pull a lot of monster close. That's why they need this incense. Incense? Yeah, incense.
No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
So that's why she come here with that thing.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Jiaoliang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Below us? Somebody already put her on... What? I didn't say anything. Dig down now. What he meant is probably deeper inside, not below us, but you know. Also, I'm guessing Pam on screen because on the story, he is coughing blood. That man is coughing blood. Who knows? Oh. Don't question why they get close. I definitely don't try to take that home. How do I... Oh. It's been a while since last time I heard that. Is there no chance? Who coughed? Is it Baizhu? Or is it Jiaoliang? Oh, it's interesting. Because it's not from the story. If it's from the story, something will pop out here. I didn't see any chests as well. Okay, let's see. I am going to wait for that a little bit. Okay, I still don't see any chests. I hope there's no chests up there. Yeah, since as soon as we got down here, we cannot go up anymore. I mean, I forgot about these. No. It helps you to see the thing easier.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Why did Changsheng... Is it going to jog Changsheng's memory? Also, yeah, I know it's puzzle time. Or not. Or not. Oh, it's definitely timed then.
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, The energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Make use of what now? You mean to make the road, to make the path, to make the thing? Because if that's what you meant, just without that, I'm already done that. Also, we have seen this door so many times, it light up. That is the thing. Okay, there's no hitbox. Oh, maybe I also need to use this actually. Okay, that's cool. Anyway. Oh, when you say use this, you mean these. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. There are a few ways that we can go. First, let me check this path out. Okay, there's nothing here. Straightforward may be the way. Let's try to go right and left first. Maybe we can find a chest beforehand. Yeah, let's go there first. Now question, will this get rid of the purple thing? And also, oh, now that explains a lot. When Baizhu said we can use this, Baizhu mean the next location. It didn't do anything to poison tea, but it does give us a path. Go deeper. Guessing this is only for a chest. Again, lower the volume because I am going to battle.
I see everything. You, Gray.
I think this may be only for a chest, who knows?
Rain outlines your...
Seems like an emergency.
Well, it's
A bitter pill to swallow.
okay, maybe it is. I'm about to say it's not.
Yeah, mind the side effects.
No, my sword!
What's the side effect again?
Let me weave you a verse.
It connect. Oh, also yeah, I forgot. Trial character don't speak. I wonder who cough. Is it Baizhu? I think that's Baizhu's cough. Wait, does that mean every time you use Baizhu, you'll hear that? Or is it just pure from the story? Either way, who knows? I don't think I can push any further. Okay, it reached. Okay, another chest over here. Right, it seems like the way is on the other place there. So... there's one chest here, there's one chest there. There are any chests here though? Oh, we cannot push. Oh, I see. We cannot push it there, so there is no point. Gotcha. Alright, again, every time the screen froze.
Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here.
There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Okay, I see a trigger from the other way. Whoopsie. Hey, I just want to find a chest. Well, I found a chest, so that's good. Guys, so they circle around here. That's nice. Alright, let's see. It does explain a lot on pushing mechanism, where you should stand in order to push them. It's kinda annoying. Kinda. I don't want to push out to activate. We didn't let me activate. Am I supposed to push it there? Oh right, they bounce. I forgot they bounce. Got it. That one is like... what is it called? Yeah, the thing to use for bouncing. A repeater, there you go. Yeah, that one is used for repeater instead of activator. That sounds weird. But coming out of my mouth. Well, yo. I'm guessing that's going to show us the next location. Okay, I almost missed a chest. Cool, luckily I didn't miss any chests. Alright, so far there are 3 chests. 2 uncommon and 1 exquisite. Actually, I don't remember. Either way, we found 3 chests so far, so that's great.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
Next to her,
The
alright.
god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
No worries. I am here. So I'm so sorry this is gonna get a little bit loud.
Remember, health cup. Mind the side effect. A
That is
bitter
fast,
pill
the
to
shield
swallow.
just disappeared.
All eyes on me.
Oh, I forgot to lower the volume. I'm so sorry for
Rain
the
outlines
battle
your
being
fate.
so loud. Excuse me, I cannot aim. Didn't let me aim for some reason.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I knew she passed out here. So no, she is fine.
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
Paimon Ting, how do we do that?
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here.
AKA, if we kill this, we kill the body.
If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
AKA, he will no longer be alive. So we have to find a cure first.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
Everything for my loved one again.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him!
Like he said, it's supposed to end a long time ago. So it's better to save someone that's not supposed to meet the end yet.
Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
Baizhu is a doctor, a great doctor, but he's not a god.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
Okay, you cannot be thinking about that again. Not again. You are already low right now.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die...
You cannot face it. We don't have to face it. Stop it. Stop saying this sad stuff.
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life.
Well, I mean, addiction is a thing.
Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. just a moment. That's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
Man, it's so sad right now. Why? Why? And also, yeah, that's what I've been thinking for all of this. As soon as we are searching for Jiang Li and Jiang Li is missing, I know it will come to this. All we can do right now is honor Jiang Li's decision and bear witness. Nothing else. What the points of it? I mean, he enjoyed life. He can, spend time with with his son at least. So.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
You are not supposed to get used to it. I'm going to cry anytime soon.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
This is so sad. What is going on?
As you wish.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang. Jialiang! 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 Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Oh, the turn of event. Chichi 2.0, except you are a boy. I don't know who to call you. Wait, so does that mean we didn't get Precious Chaz from... I like the transition, it's amazing, but we were supposed to get a Chaz from the end of the domain. Wait, this time we didn't get that? That's kind of pain. But well, in the end, we saved life.
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
Hey, I mean, Chichi's not alone.
I'm a zombie?
I mean, you're alive, but you're dead at the same time.
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death.
Oh, that's why Chi-Chi say something about something moment ago. I see. About the careful not to burn yourself, don't know if that is about the when cooking part, or is it because, it has something to do with this talisman?
Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
I see. Hu Tao did in the end see through it all.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
We don't you want to get revenue around here. Okay, stop.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will.
Okay, if you don't have will to live, it will not bring you back.
In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce Village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
You have been following us.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
I knew someone was listening in on the conversation. So it was Hu Tao.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Oh, that's why he didn't say about the elixir when... I'm probably... This part is when... Did he tell Chi-Chi to prepare the stuff?
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Hey.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
Which is the serpent is like a dog at this point.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be.
Cause again, people don't go there if they don't fulfill their wish. I see, that also explains why Hu Tao is here. It's not because of Baizhu being saving life. It's because Hu Tao want to fulfill the will of, or the wishing, something like that.
Leave it to Bubu Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
And we still see Chi-Chi hiding from Wu Tao. Okay.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
Okay, kid, it's not what you think.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Funeral Parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
That sounds interesting.
Is she finally gone?
Aw, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi have been trying to avoid her so hard.
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Such as... I don't think it's end well yet. A day of celebration can only mean one thing. A feast.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
You just want to eat.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
This was a hard-won meal. Wait, can you taste? I don't think you can taste food. Chi-Chi can only taste between hot and cold, I think. Who knows? Either way, maybe I'll whip something too. It's been a while.
Yay! Paimon can't wait!
I only do that each week.
Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
I got some feeling about this part.
Wait up! I'll come too!
I knew it.
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Zhongli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Yeah, leaving your husband there. Okay. Oh, interesting. Instead of the transition being the character again. So this time we are not going to know about the cutscene then. Or what happened.
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Ah, Chi-Chi.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
Hi, your senpai is here.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Chi-Chi already forgot. A notebook?
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
Jella is just like, why am I listening to this kid?
I forgot.
Don't forget to forget. Alright. Okay, that's funny. Stretch your body. That's the only thing that I know about Chi-Chi not forgetting what stuff. Who knows? Oh, there you go. I was wondering, can I leave for now? But the music's nice. So what's the conversation all about? Is it talking about a quarrel? Quarrel? Something like that. I have a feeling it's going to talk about that one. It's so weird that we only use Baizhu.
will see you now.
Feels so weird. I mean, the stats and everything are still the same one. No dendro damage bonus, you see? Well, HP build.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Shenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
Don't mind me, I'm just playing around with my snake while I can, you know.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow. It's a ball to swallow. I'm so sorry for that. Anyway, wanna talk about anything else? I'm scared that I will get caught the dialogue, so that's why I'm, walking slower.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
Wait, does that mean the poisons from Changsheng is... what is it called? The point is Baizhu just milk Changsheng. What is... oh, venom. Snake is venom. Is that the case?
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days.
And for me, it have been few decades.
Not just that. You even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
It's gonna be a lie if Baizhu didn't say yes. But yeah, this is what I talk about again. Baizhu is... just watch Baiju's character trailer and teaser, you'll understand. But yeah, Baizhu always try to help people. But in the end, he is his own test subject. To test if the medicinal stuff work or not. He might work day and night to find the right medicine, but he will also try to make sure it's safe for patient.
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties.
That feels something.
There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this.
It's alright, it's called worrying for a friend.
The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband.
Oh, that's the quarrel. I see. I thought the quarrel is about the not so allowed medicinal or healing stuff.
But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Yeah, we believe that food is ready. Paimon, why is it always you?
Mom, come and join us.
Are we still going to hear about the cutscene? What is? Guessing now we know about it. Cause yeah, it's okay. I accidentally tap out. I kind of figured there's no way they'll play the cutscene without us, right?
The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore.
Stop with the sad stuff. Gee, please.
Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
AKA, you're not alone. Pay attention to that. Even Changsheng will miss you.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Changsheng was talking about fate, what did she mean exactly? Changsheng, can you explain?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Got it. The game just say Baizhu is dead already. Alright, no big deal.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract, nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
It is. Also, I tap out at the wrong time. It just froze the screen because I tap out. Okay, so in the end, it just... whatever divine the meaning of that thing that we talked about. So you're not crying. I mean, I'm not crying. You are. Man, that... every time they do cuts, it's just amazing. I love it a lot. So the elixir of immortality. When you say it will end with you, you mean you have to become immortal yourself?
Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
With that being said, we know now Baizhu is mortal.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
That last part sounds sus.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Oh, that's a nice word.
Huh. For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
It does look interesting, but you know what? Stay like that.
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Thank you, Chichi. It's been a while. I want to test how coconut milk tastes like.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
No, Paimon. Leave some grub for me. Alright then.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
That is the end. Yep, the heart of healing. Okay, the story is amazing, alright. I take that. Oh, I talk about life and death, immortality and stuff. Something. It is something. They put some character in like Uto as well, which is amazing. Again, I'm not on Sumeru. There's no point trying to use Nahida's skill to, read people, because you cannot do that. You can only do that on Sumeru or Sumeru character only. So yeah. Well, that's still awesome. Well, with that, then there you go. That is whatchamacall again? That is the Lagenaria chapter, aka Baizhu story quest. We learned about Baizhu, we know what happened, and we know Baizhu is immortal. But still, Baizhu is a good doctor that literally tried his best to save his patient's life. Like I said from the trailer again, it already shown some stuff. So yeah. Yeah, with that being said, as always, subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you guys all for watching. Stream still continue for Spiral Abyss. This is the third time I'm going to face that. And yeah, as always, I'll see all of you on the next video. Have a nice day. The screen froze, I tap out. And nice night. Subscribe, hit the like button, notification on. Stream link down description below. Follow notification. You will know when I go live. And goodbye. Nice day, nice night.